As mentioned in other videos, uh, blended learning is most effective when students also have choice in assignments and there's a flexibility designed in the course. So as an example, in the honors biology class that I taught this past semester, the students were given choice on many assignments. And just to kind of give an example of one, the students had a cellular biology project in which they had to display information of how the parts of the cell function, and if something went wrong, how the cell would adjust and what processes are involved um, in terms of these cells. So basically, just to give you a couple ideas of where students went with this, I mean, we had students who created prezis, for example, as you can see here in this particular student, differentiated between animal and plant cells, discussing the different parts and functions and why this part was so important. And the Prezi is a very attractive way of displaying information, basically replacing PowerPoint um, as with its new zooming feature. And Prezi is a good way for teachers to display information as well. So you can kind of see how this student went from each part of the cell, described its function, its use, talked about why it's vital. This particular student created an extra normal video as seen here.
Then, there is the mitochondria, a cell. Then, there is the mitochondria. This is the generator of the cell. IT creates ATP via cell respiration.
Oh, this is all coming back to me now. Maybe Dr. Longo isn't that bad after all. Then there's the ER, right?
Yeah. Dude, you're good in it. There is what transports stuff from the nucleus to the Golgi. The smoother docent ribosomes. The rough ER does.
So you can see that that student actually is pretty funny. I mean, they really get into it when they have something of interest. So when giving them a different method of displaying information that's engaging to them, you really get better products. Another student also did an extra normal, as you can see here. And they're very easy to make, and the students basically have a free account. They just only need an email address, so it would be extranormal.com. So here's a piece of this student's project.
Hello, Obama.
Ah, Abraham Lincoln's ghost.
Don't fear. I am here to help you with your presidency.
How are you going to do that?
Why do you think that people respected me so much? It's because I knew all about the organelles of a plant cell, and why each is important for the plant's survival.
I always thought it was because you were so honest.
Nonsense. That was just the icing on the cake.
Okay, so, can you teach me about the plant cell so I can improve my presidency?
Sure, where shall we begin? I know, we'll start from the outside and work our way in. The cell.
So as you can see in this example, the student provides a segue into each of the parts that are most crucial in terms of the plant cell, and goes on and talks about what would happen if there was an issue or problem, and if the plant was unable to get water to the vacuoles, for example. So again, a very creative display of how information can be presented. And it allows for differentiation as well, because there are some groups of students who are not comfortable with completing an extra normal presentation or a Prezi, and they'll resort to perhaps doing a PowerPoint, which is considered outdated nowadays compared to some of these other ways to present in a class. But more importantly, the students that did not understand or know how to create presentations in these different new technologies watched from their peers and learned, and eventually used these applications later in the course. So again, key component in any kind of inquiry program is giving choice, and these are just some examples that could be affected in any classroom, not just science classrooms.